Ladies and gentlemen, the next fight is a pro kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the light welterweight division. Donnell Dixon.
Donnell Dixon coming out from the CS MMA.
CS
MMA.
makes his debut professionally.
Now, JR, I need to ask, when did you start commentating?
I think it was 94.
Good Lord.
94 or 95.
Why weren't you on the original UFC broadcast team?
So I'm like 31 years into this.
That was before the invention of gloves, you know?
Whoa, hey, easy.
No, it's really impressive. A lot of experience at this table, just in one person.
Suffice it to say, I've seen a couple of rounds.
Mace Sellars.
Mace Sellars representing Havoc MMA and Genesis Training Center. As a professional kickboxer, 1-0. I believe won his last fight by head kick knockout. And Mace Sellars, when he's not fighting professionally, he's a cut man for Sparta.
A lot of experience.
Lots of experience.
Other people up.
All right, our tail of the tape, Donnell Dixon out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, is the 37-year-old MMA fighter making his debut. Comes to us at 5 feet 7 inches tall, 140 pounds, facing off against Mace Sellars, Denver, Colorado. He's a 26-year-old K1 style fighter with a 1-0 record, 5 feet 8 inches tall, 140 pounds. And I'm not going to say what it was, but Mace told me how he's going to win this fight. If he wins that way after the fight, I'll tell you what it was.
I know, I feel like you're in on this. You already know how it's going to be done.
Well, I know what he's going to try.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the Poseidon blue corner. This man is an MMA style fighter with a debut record, standing 5 foot 7 inches tall and weighing in at an official 140 pounds. Representing Says MMA and fighting out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, Donnell Do or Die Dixon! And fighting out of the Mike Maroney Ford of Longmont Red Corner. This man is a K1 style fighter with a record of 1-0, weighing in at 5 feet, with a height of 5 feet 8 inches and weighing in at an official 140 pounds. Representing Havoc MMA and Genesis Training Center. And fighting out of Denver, Colorado, Mace Sellars! Third man in the ring, Oscar Martinez.
Gentlemen, you've had your final instructions. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch them up, back to your corners, please.
Professional kickboxing action. 3 3-minute rounds. All right, Sellars with the red tape on his gloves. Dixon with the blue.
Oh,
solid body kick. And an unfortunately solid groin kick. Yikes.
It's one way to start a fight.
That is a rough start to a fight. Yikes.
But it will wake you up.
Or put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Not so much.
That's-
Maybe not.
Now Sellers has a sense of urgency now. Dixon standing in the southpaw stance, light on his feet.
Good patience shown by both.
Sellers looking for an opportunity.
Good leg kicks by both. Already seeing some redness on the legs of Sellers.
A lot of composure shown by Sellers. Dixon with a good 1-2. Sellers holds his lead hand very uniquely. It's kind of like out a bit. But he's able to do a check hook from that angle.
Sellers looking to get a measure on his punches here. Trying to get a read on the distance. He's just reaching out and touching his opponent, not going for any power yet. He'll change that up once he feels he has a read on the distance.
So this looks like he has a better understanding of like what attacks are landing and what he's in range for. Dixon's still looking for a way to start a little bit more impressive offense. He's having problems with this range. Dixon is chewing on his mouthpiece, which in a kickboxing fight I wouldn't recommend. Got to keep that in your mouth.
It was more of a push than a punch, so the referee does not rule it as a knockdown.
Sellers looking calm and composed. Dixon looks slightly confused. Like, can't figure out, how to get his offense going.
Yeah, with that stance of Sellers that you were talking about, how he holds that lead hand out, as the taller fighter, that really affords him an advantage because then Dixon has to get past that lead hand. And I think that's possibly where some of the confusion comes from, is trying to bridge that gap, figuring out how to get around that guard.
Closing the distance safely, which is kind of very difficult. What they're showing on this replay, Sellers just knows how to keep his range and then know when to attack. Whether it's a rear leg, a rear knee.
Sellers not using the stool between rounds. Speaks to his conditioning. I think we're going to see Sellers start to put a little more power into his punches. Like I said, the first round I feel was a feeling out round for him.
Dixon a lot more offensive to begin this round.
Head kick went upstairs well, and Dixon took it well and then was able to push Sellers to the mat. And that knee clipped Dixon on the chin.
Dixon.
He felt that.
Probably didn't even know he started wrestling.
Again, the head kick comes up for Sellars. Sellars able to get his knee up head high on Dixon seemingly effortlessly.
It's the ducking that Dixon's doing is causing him to get in harm's way. These knees coming up the center.
And again,
Now,
Dixon tried to dump Sellars after he trapped the kick, which you're not allowed to do.
You can't
in
grab
kickboxing,
kicks.
not in kickboxing. In Muay Thai, yes.
Dixon is now just waiting for an opportunity, but he's got to put more than just one or twos to get Sellars from posing his will.
Yeah, Sellars had a beautiful question mark kick a moment ago. And there's the knee strike off the tie up. Let's see if Dixon's able to get up. Looks pretty pained coming up off the canvas. No, unable to go. So it was the knee strike for Sellars. And I'll tell you now, before the fight, Sellars told me he was going to win it with a jumping knee.
Oh.
He said, if I get a knockout, it's going to be a flying knee. Well, pretty close, sir.
Close. Those knees
Pretty close.
definitely won him this victory.
They were part of his game
He
plan.
was well grounded, but he did win it by a knee. Here on the replay showing Sellars just knowing variety of attack and knowing where Dixon was going to place his head with that jab, and eventually following up with a knee.
Drew, you and I watch a lot of fighters. Sellars has to be one of the most calm fighters. Sellars has to be one of the most calm fighters that I've watched do this.
He was well composed. He was in the moment. He was reading the moments. It was beautiful work of art.
And Sellars pointing over to us saying, I told you it was going to be a knee. So obviously something that he had put some time into during his camp. All right, let's take it up to B-Rad, get the official time.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to announce some raffle winners here in just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Oscar Martinez calls this fight at the 2-minute 11-second mark of the second round by technical knockout, MASE SELLARS!
Congratulations to the Havoc MMA Genesis Training Center fighter. He's still undefeated, 2-0. MASE SELLARS. Well done, sir.
Julian with the post-fight interview.
Mason, making a new record, 2-0 in the kickboxing world. How does it feel to take home that W tonight?
It feels great. Look what this little white boy can do. And guess what? For this next fight, I saw David Evanson won his fight. Nobody seems like they can make weight against him. He said he wants a little break. I'll take a little break. David Evanson and I can get it next time.
Amazing, you heard it from the man himself, MASE SELLARS.
I also got to shout out High Country Armory for hooking me up with a great sponsorship. Shout out to Havoc, Genesis, and especially Jake Ramos and Amanda Ramos. Those two have been with me for 10 plus years, and they're absolutely killing it and always helping us.
Great. Get up for your 140-pound pro kickboxing winner tonight of the main card, MASE SELLARS.